Hello and welcome everyone. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the third. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. Except I've gotta. Um, yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. We're going to explore Moondor 3 today. Bring to me the darling of pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. Only then shall the door open. But once we get through all the moon doors, we can do the star doors, which are much quicker. Which will be exciting. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Spring came, but it took far more time doing so than the average year. One by one, the magnolia flowers began to show their faces to the world as if reluctant to let their long slumber end. And with the changing of the seasons, a brand new student of the infamous Genis Royal Academy set foot into its grounds, slightly later than her peers. Well, here I am. Okay, I can do this. Oh ho! So that's our famous transfer student, huh? A hawk? Nah, seems more like a falcon. I'd sworn to myself that I would stop relying on other people. I had enough of being restricted in how to live. I had had enough following the rails laid out for me by other people. I was going to put my own 2 feet on the ground and start living my own life by myself. That was my resolve, and I intended to abide by it. But somewhere in my heart, I had already realized that resolve of mine was nothing more than an excuse. Social Studies Classroom, first year joint class. Settle down, settle down. I've got someone to introduce to you all. This is our new transfer student, Chloe Rins. She's going to be studying social studies, apparently. You'll be with me then. Well, why don't you introduce yourself to the class? Of course. My name is Chloe Rins, and starting today, I will be a first year student at this academy. I've been looking forward to beginning my life at this wonderful academy for some time, so I am truly delighted to be here. It's an honor to be able to count myself among your number. I'm still an inexperienced child in many ways, so I fear I may cause you all trouble in the coming days and weeks. but I intend to work as hard as I can for the betterment of myself, my class, and my school, so I do hope we can all get along. I sure wasn't expecting a transfer student this time of year. Wonder if she's from a rich family or something. She sure sounds stuffy, so it would fit. She's obviously got some kind of special circumstances to be enrolling in May. Excuse me, but could I ask a question? Where do you live? You're from Libel, right? Yes, I'm from Gransel. Do you have any hobbies? Not especially. Well, for reals? That's kind of boring. And still, no matter how much I think about it, nothing comes to mind. I suppose I could say making sweets. But I don't feel like I do that enough for it to qualify as a hobby. Isn't the Excellences exam for transfer students supposed to be crazy hard? You must be really smart to be able to pass it. Harder than the one the rest of us took? No way. That was nuts if it was. You must be quite smart. Okay, class, that's enough. I'm sure you must all have things you want to ask any student, but they can wait until after class. Go and take a seat, Chloe. Yes, ma'am. Alright then, time to get started with our lesson. If you would, open your textbooks to page 23. A mysterious transfer student. Yeah, there's a surefire recipe for catching my interest. Oh, Jill. 2 weeks passed in the academy. Despite the passing of time, the student's interest in the transfer student showed no sign of letting up. And soon she was the talk of the whole school. All anyone wanted to talk about was her, how smart she was, how unusually polite she was, among other things. Her peers thought the formalities were largely due to nerves and that she would naturally ease up over time. But the reality was somewhat different. I'm glad that's over. I'm glad I attended class today. We ended up covering so much. Come on, Monica, it's time for practice. Coming! Oh dear, did everyone go home already? Haven't handed out all these printouts yet. Oh, it's Miss Viola. She looks like she needs help with something. Maybe I could volunteer. No time like the present. Miss Viola, is there anything I can help you with? You seem rather troubled about something. Well, there is, but I'd feel a little bad asking you to help me with it. Well, if you insist. Of course. Miss Viola handed a pile of printouts to Chloe. Could you go and hand these out to all of the social studies students then? Each one. One each. They're rather important, so try and see that everyone gets one. I'll get to work right away. Thank you so much. Okay, gotta run. There's a staff meeting starting soon. Let's see. Oh, this is a list of this year's credits. No wonder she wanted to hand one of these handed out right away. Might as well start with the students still here. After that, I can go and speak with the ones who have gone to their respective clubs, as well as those who have returned to their dormitories. Okay, to work I go. Really? I had no idea. Well, the Republic is pretty huge in terms of landmass and all. Just traveling on foot isn't going to cut it. You need a more effective means of transportation. Excuse me. Oh, Chloe, hello. Can we help you with something? Well, you see, Miss Weller has entrusted me with the task of giving printouts to all of the social studies students. Chloe gave Roy and Thelma a copy of the printout each. Thanks for going out of your way to deliver these, Chloe. Not at all. I apologize for intruding on your conversation, too. I'll get out of your way now. Have a good day. Alright. Crazy how polite she is, huh? Yeah, I guess. She's a bit too polite, though, if you ask me. Makes it hard to feel comfortable talking to her. Excuse me, you aren't a social studies student, are you? Sorry, but no. I'm a natural sciences student, actually. Oh, oops. I see. Sorry for troubling you then. Oh, hello there, Chloe. Are you finally starting to get used to your life here? So, I want to thank you again for permitting me to transfer here on such short notice. I really... Chloe, you undertook our official transfer student exam and you passed it. You needn't feel indebted to me. You needn't feel at all indebted to me or feel as though you're being granted special treatment. If you say so, sir. Thank you. Okay, nobody's in the staff room. Nobody's in the classroom. Anton and Ricky. Hey Ricky, why are we here? Spring has come and yet, in my heart, it's still the middle of winter. Why does everything in my life have to go wrong? Excuse me. Oh, I know you. You're a transfer student, right? I wish I was smart like you. Miss Viola told me to deliver this to you. Chloe handed Anton a printout. I shouldn't even need this. I should have graduated, but here I am redoing the year again. What? I can't believe I have to do my third year all over again. This is the worst. I was so full of hope when I first enrolled here, and look at me now. I'm not sure what to say in this situation. Hey there, you look like you're in a hurry. Oh, you're looking for the social studies students? There's one standing right there, Anton. Personally, I think you made a major mistake picking that course in the first place, sir. It's not built for all that work. Adios, help us. Where is that loser? I would have thought we'd have found him by now. Lucy! I'm not sure I can stand much more of this. Stop your whining, you. I bet you've secretly been slacking off with your search the whole time, haven't you? I have not. Just don't get it. We're swimming in eyewitness reports of him, but us running into him? It's not happening. Why? I don't think your odds of capturing him today are especially high, Leo. What should we do? I suppose we'll just have to do what we can without him for now. The two of us can handle the majority of the student council's work. But we are going to need his approval in the end, so you two need to keep up your search. Find him as soon as possible. Right. I'll see you two later. Righto. Well, I guess we'd better get back to work. If we must. Huh? Chloe? What brings you here with a pile of printouts in hand? Oh, well, I'm just helping Miss Viola with some of her work, you see. We're going around after classes and giving out printouts? You're one model student. I would have turned it down if I was in your position. Well, how about this? Why don't we give you a hand with it? Two of us are going to be walking around the school for a while because of some other work. So, anyway, so it would be no skin off our backs. Oh, I don't want to trouble you. I was the one who accepted this task, so it's my duty to see it through to the end. Well, if you excuse me, I should probably be getting back to it. Good luck with your own work. So, like, guess who's sharing the room with her? Me. Huh? Really? She's supposed to be a real genius from all I've heard about her. Sounds like one convenient room arrangement if you ever find yourself stuck on homework. Well, I guess you could see it that way, but it's like, I don't know. She's really pleasant and polite and all, but it's sort of... It's like she doesn't want to be super close to anybody. Yeah, I get what you mean. But if you're sharing a room with her, you can't be total strangers, right? Don't you talk sometimes? Not really. Hi and good night is about the most we do, to be honest. Wish I could talk to her normally. Nothing in here. Oh, are you the new transfer student? Yes, that's right. I take it this is your first time coming to this room? There's no need to be so nervous. I'm the Student Council's Vice President, Lucy Sealand. Wait, that name sounds familiar. Where do I remember that name from? I know she's popped up in another Trails game. Maybe Cold Steel 4? He's your secretary and accountant, Leah. It's a pleasure to meet you. You're very welcome to come here whenever you like. She's so pretty. My name's Chloe Rins. It's nice to meet you. The pleasure is all mine. Your academic life here probably isn't going to be all smooth sailing, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Just try and enjoy yourself. I believe in you. Thank you. Oh, hey Chloe, you sure you don't need any help with that? Really, really sure? I'm sure. I promise all the days will be delivered, no problem. So don't you worry about me. Well, if you're sure. If you change your mind though, just come and let me know. It would be nice for the mind. So you just say the word. I know you. Chloe Rins, wasn't it? Do you have some business with me? Not personally, no. I've been entrusted with the task of giving a printout to you by Miss Wheeler. Chloe handed Logic a printout. Ah, this is a list of this year's credits. What? Joint classes seem to be worth an awful lot, while we're first years. Wait, physical education is worth 5 whole credits? Hey, you guys help me. I suppose I should probably leave him alone for a while. Well, if you'll excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. Yes? No. It's just that according to this printout, our examinations will be taking place in 6 weeks' time. Make sure you study thoroughly for them. I don't want to hear any excuses if you don't strive for the top. Absolutely. I'll devote myself fully to my studies. Let's look around. Okay, there's nobody else here. And let's go into the girls' dorm. Yes, I knew she was from I knew I'd seen her in Cold Steel 4. What are you doing in there? You're the new student, right? What do you want? I'm not really in the mood to talk. No, I recognize you. You're the new first year transfer student, Chloe Rins, correct? Yes, I am. I'm Rigel, third year humanities student. I also serve as the captain of the fencing club. If you're at all interested in what we do, you'd be welcome to stay and watch us practice. I wish I could. I'm afraid I'm a little too busy at the moment. Thank you for your offer, though. Just the thought of joining reminds me of my training sessions with Julia. Is that you, Monica? Finally, we've been waiting for you, you know. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. What? You didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who made a mistake. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was the one who made a mistake. Okay, stop right there. Don't mind her, Chloe. She's kind of slow on the uptake at times like these. Do you need something from us, though? We're gonna start practice soon, so we can't hang around and talk long. Oh, I see. I'm relatively sure that Clara is a social studies student. This doesn't really seem like the best time to be intruding on her. Maybe it would be best for me to excuse myself now and come back later? Oh, I know. You came to watch us practice because you're thinking of joining the club, right? Awesome. We'd be stoked to have you as a member. You might want to let us speak before busting out the confetti and streamers. Seriously, just ignore her, Chloe. If you don't, we'll be here all day. We really do need to start soon, though, so can you make whatever you need quick? Oh, sure, sorry. Well, I just came to deliver this, that's all. Chloe handed Clara the printout. Ah, this is all you're here for? The credits list? Got my hopes up for nothing. Ugh. I'm sorry about that. But yes, that was all I wanted, so I'll let you go ahead and start practice. Thanks. She's kind of weird, right? She's the mysterious transfer student everyone is talking about. You wouldn't expect it to be too normal. Oh, that's it, huh? I wish she stayed and joined the club. Okay, we've done Claude. Where could it have gone? Oh, there it is. Phew. Excuse me. Hey, you're the transfer student, right? Chloe? Do you need something from me? Yes, actually. You see, Miss Viola asked me to deliver these. Chloe handed Monica a printout. Oh, it's a credit list. Ugh, there's so many classes. There are so many classes here. Even the second year seems like it's gonna be rough. I'm surprised you went out of your way to deliver these. Not like there was any rush. You really think so? Yeah, she forgot to hand them out last year too. We got them eventually, but it was like forever after we should have. She might be pretty, but she's kind of not all there, if you know what I mean. You might want to watch your back, okay? Like, you're obviously a nice girl, so if you don't, she might end up taking advantage of that. There you are, Monica. You do realize we can't start without you, right? Oops, sorry, coming now. Well, see you later, Chloe. Thanks for delivering that printout to me. Oh, not at all. Hey, Frana. I'm doing good. How are you? But I need to keep doing what I can. Maybe I was desperate to cling onto something to keep from losing my sight of myself. The world made it seem like that you could only broaden your horizons by interacting with others. There I was. Ugh, I know that feeling. That's partly why I didn't stream much last week. There I was, stubbornly refusing to come out of my shell. Or was it really stubbornness? In some weird way I can't explain. It was more like obsessing over the idea that I could grow as long as I pushed myself. It's not like I wanted to be left behind. It's not like I wanted to be alone. Make it a game. If you're doing a task that you don't like, not particularly interested in doing, gamify it. Something like that, yeah. And another little thing I've learned is if you keep on top of it, like do a little bit every day, you'll find that the cleaning gets so much faster. As long as I tried hard enough, maybe one day I'd stop feeling I was always running in place. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, like on Saturday, spent nearly 8 hours cleaning. Hold on a minute. I don't have a printout left for me. Wonder if I left mine in the classroom. I must have. I better go and get it. Yeah, but we were doing a very thorough clean. That's why it took so long. Can I really keep going on like this? So yeah, that transfer student came by earlier. Oh, the super smart one? Yeah, anyway. So yeah. I should hurry back to my room and go over what we learned in class. Need to go over our credits list again too. Oh. Depends on this. It depends on the size of the mess and how thorough you're gonna clean. I'm feeling kind of tired. Hey there, pretty lady. You're the student council president, right? Bingo. Name's Lecter. Lecter Arundel. Sure is a gorgeous sunset today, huh? Ah, yes it is. So, what are your impressions of the Academy? Well, I think it's a wonderful place. It's well equipped in terms of facilities, for one thing. There's everything needed to really cultivate a good environment for learning, and I'm happy to have chosen it. Ah, my hunch was right on the money. I knew you'd take it that way. As opposed to... I'm sorry, did I misunderstand you? Well, I was asking more about your life at the Academy outside of all the book junk. Maybe it's just me, but you don't really seem to be letting loose or having fun. Well, I do feel as though I'm still adjusting to life here, so there's a lot I have yet to learn. How far I am trails percentage-wise? I've got 14 star doors to do, 1 sun door, and 2.5 main doors. And then the finale dungeons and boss fight. I do still feel as though I'm still adjusting to life here, so there's a lot I have yet to learn, but I'll keep working as hard as I can on doing so, I promise. Was that really what you came here to do, though? Pardon me? Man, you're too serious. Have you ever tried playing hooky, like, ever? At least once? I might not look the part, but I am the student council president, you know. It works pretty damn easy, too. What do you think? Are you inviting me to join? Only if you have a thing for long nights filled with exciting paperwork and super duper enthralling schedules. Ah, I was hoping for some kind of reaction. He's the president. There must be something respectable about him, but I'm not seeing it. How do I put this? I feel I couldn't trust him with so much as a 10 mirror coin. Oh, whoops. After Millie was bugging me about showing up to lessons once in a while, I should probably cough up some new excuse to ditch. I mean, I could go, but where's the fun in that? Pissing her off's like watching a pot boil over. Though, so whatever crap I make up better be really convincing. Yep. I think my instincts were dead on. I really should be heading back to the dormitory now. You might want to watch how you stand when I'm kicking it down here. My view's awesome if you catch my drift. Excuse me. That way's the boys' dorm. Oh. Oh boy. This one's gonna be like pulling teeth. Several days later, after classes, the Student Council, an autonomous body run by students and stuff. Run by students, for students, responsible for maintaining order and overseeing student activities. There it is. And their most important duty of all is searching for their president. It's not here either. Where is that ruffian? I was sure he'd think he got us and come back to the student council room this time. Sure of it. I swear, every time we do manage to find him, he gets 1,000 times more capable of hiding from us. Where could he be? We searched the school buildings, we searched the dorms. What's left? The shrubs on the ground? Ugh, he's just taunting us now. Get it together, Hans. We're going to find him. We're going to force feed him every single piece of paperwork he's got piling up. Right on. Huh, Chloe? What are you doing sitting here? Oh, hello. I just had a little free time, so I thought I'd try and use it productively. Is that lesson prep work? Man, you're so dedicated. I think I can see how you were able to pass the legendary transfer student entrance exam. It's really just something to pass the time. It's not like I'm working every waking hour of the day. Oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. You haven't seen Lecter around, have you? Lecter? I'm almost scared to ask, but he didn't try anything funny on you, did he? No, sort of. I'm so sorry. This is all our fault for not keeping that nutjob on a leash. I don't know how we can begin to apologize to you. Whatever he did, we'll be absolutely sure it never happens again, or anything else for that matter, so please forgive us. We're begging you. It's okay, honestly. He really didn't do anything major to me, honest. Really? Yes. He just tried to tease me a little. It was harmless fun. You nearly gave me a heart attack, Chloe. I thought I was gonna faint or something. Seriously. It's getting to the point where I feel like I need to apologize every time I hear his name. Thanks, adios. Is he really that much of a troublemaker? Oh, troublemaker? That's cute. Honestly, with a personality like that, he's a walking nightmare straight from Gehenna. I've lost count of how many times he's ran away from doing his council work in the past couple of weeks alone. Which would be bad enough if it weren't for the fact that he's usually out raising hell for people instead. So, instead of doing our own work, we're either searching for him or apologizing for things he's done. That's why the council's most important policy is, if he's not in our sights, the sooner we find him, the better. If you're thinking we can't be a very effective student council like that, well, you're right. I see. Something wrong, Chloe? No, nothing, really. But speaking of Lecter, he was sleeping on top of the clubhouse roof not long ago. He was? Well, that explains why we couldn't find him. We didn't check there. You're the best, Chloe. Thanks a ton. Not at all. It was actually Sieg who noticed him there, but I suppose I shouldn't tell them that. Come on, Hans. We've got some trash to bring in. Damn straight. Seriously, thanks, Chloe. We owe you big time. See you later. Oh, sure. So that's what he's usually like. My instincts about him being irresponsible were right, I see. Still, my question he asked me, was that really what you came here to do, though? There he is. What? Where is he? He was there a second ago. I saw him. Why isn't he here now? Crap, where did he go? Oh. Looks like Chloe's heading off somewhere else. Maybe we should ask her again if she saw anything. Huh? Oh, sure, I guess. Can't hurt. I mean, she was the one who led us up here in the first place. She'd probably be a useful asset in our search in general if we could convince her to help. Yeah, let's go down and talk to her. Chloe, our favorite person. Oh, hello again. Was he not on the roof? No, he was, but he just managed to disappear before he could wring our hands around his stupid neck. Can't believe he managed to escape again. That doesn't make any sense to us, though. It's not like there was anywhere to hide up there, and he was way too far up to be able to just jump down. That does seem strange. So, we're wondering if you might have some idea where he might have gone next. Doesn't even need to be a specific location like last time. Anything useful you might have on him to share away. Please, anything will do. Well, really do seem to need some help. Might have some kind of idea. Wait, you do know something? I don't, but I know someone who might. Let me ask him for you. Sieg! Whoa, you have a falcon? Is he your pet or something? Oh no, he's more like a friend. Scree! Gotcha. See, you haven't seen Lecter, have you? He was that slovenly boy who was sleeping on the clubhouse roof not long ago. Scree? Scree! So you lost sight of him. Scree! Nah, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Sorry for calling you then. Thanks for trying to help. Scree! Wow, he really must be fast if Sieg can't keep up with him. I think we're a bit too busy having our minds blown by you talking to a falcon to feel impressed by Lecter right now. You're telling me. You're a true enigma. Did I do something strange? Oh, don't get me wrong, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm genuinely amazed. That makes two of us. Shame that superpower of yours didn't get us any closer to finding Lecter. Indeed. Still, if Sieg couldn't find him, it could mean that he's inside one of the buildings. Probably one that's relatively quiet this time of day. Actually, that helps narrow things down a lot. Just leaves empty classrooms, the dorms, the auditorium, the old schoolhouse. Still leaves plenty of places if you ask me. Would you like me to help you? Really? You sure you wouldn't mind? I thought you had something else you needed to do. I was just going to go and have a look around some of the clubs, but I can do that at any time. Well, I do feel kind of bad asking you to put yourself out for us, but you really would be a serious help. I don't think we could wish for better even. You're totally sure though? We wouldn't want to force you. Of course. Great, let's get to work then. He's not going to know what hit him. There we go. We've found you. You're not getting away this time. It's time to come quietly. What is it? What exactly is it? Is that you're reading? It's Kitty Talk for Dummies. Nyako. Nyan. Nyan. Have you been sitting here reading that all this time? Beat the crap out of him. I just closed my eyes and kept running forward through a vast empty world, living the hardest that I could. It wasn't that running would achieve anything, and it wasn't as if I would suddenly be able to leave the ground and fly by doing so. It was just that if I stood still, the small, perfectly enclosed garden around me would suddenly feel too uncomfortably vast. Lecter was right. Just what had I come here to do? After that, Chloe decided to join the fencing club, so the skills Julia taught her didn't grow rusty during her time at the academy. She also found herself being roped into helping Jill and Hans search for the nefarious Lecter quite often too. Then, roughly a month after this all began, everyone's favorite time of the academic year finally arrived. Right, so here I need to use this formula. Wait, this isn't right. What am I doing wrong? Exam season, huh? Students sure have it rough. You're technically one too, you know. Technically. You are going to study, aren't you? Well... I'll take that as a no. Oh, here you are. An angel shines her majesty upon us. Everybody's in love with Lucy, apparently. Come on, Lecter. It's time for you to hit those books. Well, I've studied for a whole half second today already. I really don't think... Ah, Lucy. Why can't I get you to do that to me? Control yourself, Hans. Wait, no, this is no time for fantasizing. I need to study. It's exam time. We're finally free. I knew this place wouldn't go easy on us. Those were really hard. I just feel like I want to curl up in a bed and sleep for a week now. Oh, Chloe, how did the exams go for you? Well, alright, I suppose. Now, there's no need to be modest. We know you probably finished in half the time and got all the answers right to boot. The smile says it all. Wish I had your brain. Sure we can't swap? This isn't the place to be loitering. You're stopping people from getting to the stairs. Oops. We're sorry. Oh, and one more thing. The student council's work resumes today. I'll be expecting both of you in the council room at 2 o'clock for a meeting. Don't even think about being late. Yes, sir. As for you, Chloe, you may do as you see fit. I'm guessing that's his way of saying he'd like you to come along too. You might technically not be a member, but you're our honorary Lecter catcher. Kind of needs you at this point. I'll bet he's acknowledged you because of that, and because, believe me, that's a real special talent you've got there. I'm not sure I've done enough to warrant that, personally. If it's okay for me to go, maybe I will, though. It sounds like fun. You might be a bit disappointed if you go along expecting fun. We'd be happy to have you, though. Fun or no fun. So if you're up for it, so are we. Nice. Let's go get ourselves some lunch, then we can head over there. Alright. Yeah, guys. Well, Lecter's here. What's the occasion? Hey, you say that as if I'm never here. I'm always here doing nothing, aren't I? A man after my own heart. At least he's being honest about it. Lucy, I'm so happy to see you again. You're looking well, Hans. How did your exams go? Well, I'd appreciate it if we avoided that fine subject. Much how like you avoided all the subjects you were supposed to study then. Can you stop wasting time and take your seats? We have work to do. Sorry. Well, we're all here, so let's get started. Alright, our first order of the day is talking about everyone's dreams for the future. You three can go first. Speak of your highest aspirations so that we all might hear. Please continue, Leo. First, I will go over the Student Council's main orders of business for the year. After that, I will discuss our future activities in more detail, and then we can start to work on allocating the budget. Jill, you spill first. Tell us what desires burn within that pure sisterly heart of yours. The desire to topple your presidency. Dramatic gasp. Gasp! As you can see, this fool will be of no use at all to the proceedings. Expect diddly squat from him. Oh, Lecter. When he's not here, he causes trouble. When he's here, he causes trouble. So, moving along, if we go by our usual pattern for the year, next month will be... Gotta do that paperwork. I'm exhausted. Trying to find Lecter is exhausting, but somehow not having to do it ends up being just as tiring. But at least I was finally reunited with my beloved Lucy. I was dying of loneliness from not getting to see her during the exam period. You liar. You went and met her this morning, didn't you? Something about seeing her before your exams making you do better in them. You're right. I saw you too. Oh, hey. Just what I needed. A few people who look like they've got nothing to do. We're a hell of a lot busier than you are. We need to go around and meet with the heads of all the Academy's clubs and start drafting up a budget. Okay, I guess it's up to you, Chloe. Me? Lecter handed an envelope to Chloe. What is this? It's something that needs to be delivered to the Mayor of Ruin. Leah's not going to take no for an answer either. So, there you go. Enjoy. That sounds very much like it's your job. Mine? You sure you're not mistaking me for someone else? And Chloe, you've got a feather on your head. I do? Lecter brushed his hand across Chloe's head. I guess that must have been Sieg's. He did say it was almost time for him to start molting, come to think of it. How long has that been there? I hope that wasn't there during the exams. That would be so embarrassing. You know about Sieg? And did you actually talk to him? Okay, good luck delivering that envelope. Talk about an enigma. Chloe, you are aware you've just had Lecter's work unceremoniously dumped on you, right? Also, while I hate to be the one to break it to you, there wasn't a feather on your head. He did it again. Come on, you can't let him get away with this. You've got to go after him and force him to take it back. You shouldn't have to do his work for him. I don't disagree. But I'm not sure she's going to find him if she goes after him now. He's got enough of a head start that we're probably talking, like, what, 5 hours to find him? 6? I think it would be faster for me to just go and do the job myself, wouldn't it? All I have to do is deliver it to the Mayor of Ruin, after all. We were kind of hoping you could help us with our work, too. I'm sorry, Jill. Don't worry about it. No big deal. Do you know the way to the Mayor's place? If you don't, I can help with that. Thanks, but I know the way. I've been to visit him once before, actually. Huh? Really? Sounds like you should be fine then. Well, take care of monsters on the way. Thank you, I will. Well, this is goodbye for now, I guess. Later. Don't be up too late. I won't. Oh, good day, Chloe. How can I help you? Actually, I have some business that I need to take care of outside the academy, so I came to ask for permission to leave the grounds. Chloe gave the dean a brief explanation of what she needed to do.
Oh, I see. Naturally, I have no objections to granting you permission.
Chloe received permission to leave the grounds. Thank you very much, Dean Collins.
But still, I've been quite pleased to see you finally adjusting to life here. I've heard plenty of stories about you running around the grounds lately.
Well, I've been helping the student council with their work from time to time. Well, a certain element of their work does involve a lot of running.
I see.
Well, if that is all, I should probably get to work.
Oh, of course. Take care.
Thank you.
She looks so much more chipper now. I suppose I have him to thank for that.
Alright, now we leave the school. To the City of Ruin. Once again. Well, here I am. This is the first time I've had a chance to walk through here like this. Not like I could before. Last I came here was during the 100 Days War. Whoops. I forgot that you can't cross the bridge at this time of day. I guess I'll try heading to the mayor's mansion later. It's no big deal anyway. Lecter didn't make it seem too urgent. Very nice to see this town so lively. It really has changed in atmosphere since then. Isn't that a casino? Please tell me he isn't in there for the reason I think he is. He better not be. Lecter, what are you doing here? We're students. Gambling is expressly forbidden. I know. I mean, I'm the student council president. Of course I know. Yes, come to Papa. I find myself doubting how he could be more by the minute. Maybe I should ask the dean next time I see him so I can make sure this isn't some kind of elaborate ruse. It sounds like the bridge coming down. Finally, I can go visit the mayor now. I'll be leaving now. I need to go and take care of your work for you. You stay right where you are. Right. Right. Just a little bit more. Are you even paying attention? Just stay here, please. Excuse me. I'm a student of Janus Royal Academy here on Student Council business. Would it be possible for me to meet with Mayor Dalmor?
I'm afraid not. He's currently not in, you see. If your business isn't urgent, might I recommend coming back another day?
I'll be happy to hear what you have to say.
I'm the Mayor's Steward, Gilbert, and I act as his representative during his absence. So you're a student of our Janus Royal Academy, are you?
That's correct, sir. I've come to deliver an envelope from the student council to the mayor. Chloe handed the envelope handed over the envelope to the steward.
Ah, I see. This is the list of all the Academy students for the current year. As you know, students generally live in dorms, and obviously, there are large numbers of them coming and going year after year. It makes keeping track of all the residents of the region that much easier when the school submits a list of students like this.
Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that.
To tell you the truth, I was once a student of the academy. Not just any student either. I was part of the student council as well. Genesis Council is a fine organization. They're proud as they are noble-minded, with a true dedication to carrying out their duties and bettering the academy they serve and belong to.
I see. It's hard to believe that was ever the case looking at the current student council.
The experience I gained there continues to be valuable to me to this very day. I am sure the same will be true for you in your adult life too, so do continue to work as part of it as best you can.
Thank you. I will. Not actually a member, though. Well, if you'll excuse me, I wouldn't want to keep you any longer.
Oh, it was no trouble. If I can do anything else to help you in the future, by all means stop by. I might be able to help.
Thank you very much. Wonder if he's actually still here like I told him to be. I knew it. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know where the student who was sitting here has gone, would you? I'm trying to find him. Ah, you must mean Master Lecter. Master Lecter? The young lady came to collect him not long ago. She did punch him before they departed, however. Thank Adios for Lucy. I'm so sorry for the trouble he's caused you. On behalf of the students of the Academy, I hope you won't think ill of us for the actions of one of our students. Our student council president, no less. I really do apologize. Oh, on the contrary, Master Lecter is a valued customer of ours. Incidentally, should you happen to have the chance to speak to him, we've placed the coin from the game... Placed the coins from the game he was in the middle of in his pool as usual. Could you let him know that? It would be greatly appreciated. Alright then. I'm exhausted. I can't believe he's even an active gambler. He's so far gone, I'm not sure how to begin trying to get him to something. Clam. Something wrong. Oh, are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I'm just trying to find something. Like what? I can help you look if you'd like. You don't have to do that, but if you really wanna, it's a red stone. It's really, really pretty. I'm sure I dropped it somewhere around here, but I can't find it. A red stone, right? Yeah. Don't go where I haven't found it already. Chloe found a pretty red stone. Excuse me, this wouldn't happen to be what you were looking for, would it? That's it! Chloe handed the boy the stone. Phew, I'm glad we were able to find it. Yeah, I'm Clem, and anyway, bye. Are you alright? I'm okay. I'll escort you back home. I can get home on my own. I'm not some dumb kid, you know. I know, but you see, I'm a little lost myself. I was hoping that I might be able to ask your family for directions. So while you might not need my help, would you be willing to let me go with you? Huh? Okay, then I guess I could. Sure. This way. Come on, hurry up. I'm coming. His house is this way, though? Guess he must be from Minoria. Oh. What's wrong? Well, the place he led me to was Messia Orphanage. It was somewhere I knew well. Somewhere that was very important to me. That was also exactly why I knew I shouldn't be here. Because I was so weak-willed that I knew I would rely on everyone here and stop living by myself. I say that. But this was the first place I wanted to see as soon as I arrived in Ruin. Oh, how badly I wanted to run straight here. But I knew I couldn't. I swore when I joined the academy to walk with my own 2 feet, and I would do anything to avoid the places that would make my resolve buckle. What's up with you? Why'd you go quiet? You want me to introduce you to the matron? I'm sorry. I'm a little stronger than I was before, right? I've gotten used to life at the academy. I've made friends there. I've resumed practicing my swordsmanship. I've gained stamina for chasing Lecter around. Maybe I'm ready to come back here. Maybe I'm strong enough now. Maybe I can finally walk back inside here with my head held high and not immediately give in to the weaknesses in my heart. Come on, you're scaring me. You're not sick or nothing, are you? I'm fine. Would you mind showing me inside? Sure, this way. Keep up or I'll leave you behind. There you are, Clem. Where have you been all this time? Everyone else is long. Goodness, is that you, Chloe? You've grown so much, haven't you? Matron, It's you. It's really you. I... Oh dear. I see you still look exactly the same when you're crying. Well, What? What's going on here? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hug you out of nowhere. Before I knew it, I was just so happy to see you again. Oh, that's no reason for you to apologize. It's lovely to see you again, Chloe. You too, Sniffle. Oh, look at you. You're still the same darling young lady I've always known after all, aren't you? I'm glad you finally came back too, Clem. But I wish you wouldn't run away like that. I just went to look for something, that's all. If you don't mind me asking, Matron, where's Joseph? You haven't heard the news then? I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He passed away about 4 years ago. He passed away? One day, he went out shopping in Ruin and he was caught up in an accident. I'm so sorry. Sweetie, why are you apologizing? I had no idea. If I hadn't been acting so stubbornly, if I hadn't convinced myself I shouldn't come, even though I love it here, if I'd just been more honest with myself, if I'd just come here from the beginning... Is somebody here? Polly, Mary, and... Oh, there you are, Clem. Where have you been all this time? Ooh, what are you crying for? These are the children I'm looking after at the moment. Everyone say hello to our visitor. Okay. I'm Mary. Huh? What's going on? Hiya. Come on, Polly, you gotta say hello. Chloe? The Messianian orphanage you love is right here, you know. So it is. Maybe we should all have some tea. Now seems like a good as time as any. Will you give me a hand making it, Chloe? Of course. She gets hounded by the kids. From that day forward, I stopped avoiding the orphanage. I made a habit of going there whenever the opportunity presented itself. I buckled. Exactly the way I thought I would. I was the same weak little girl I always was, forever craving the warmth of the orphanage, and forever wanting to be surrounded by a lovely matron and the children. When I was there, the world felt bathed in happiness and smiling faces. Because I never knew my mother and father, all my memories of this place were the only ones I had of my childhood. For me, the orphanage I could visit now was exactly the same one as the one I fondly remembered from then. When I was there, I could be at peace. I could keep deceiving myself for as long as I needed to. Yet when I was there, I knew. I knew my heart wasn't as pure as I wanted to think it was. My garden, beautiful as it was, continued to stay enclosed. One month later. I know I didn't intend to stay out that long. It's so easy to lose track of time when I'm at the orphanage. I better hurry back to the dorm. Huh? The lights are already off? Jill must have gone to sleep already. Ah! Good evening, my dear. Hello. What are you standing there for? Especially with the lights off? Oh, I was just feeling lonely without my beloved Chloe around to keep me company, but I opted to turn the lights off and sulk. You're never around on our days off lately. I don't know where you're always going, but you sure seem to love it there. Where have you been anyway? Sorry for being out so late. I didn't mean to break curfew, but it just happened. Yeah, no big deal. The teachers don't suspect a thing. I took care of that. That might not be the case forever if it keeps happening though. They might notice at some point. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'll try and make sure to return earlier in the future. Matron Teresa might start getting annoyed if I keep staying so late too. Sorry? You didn't answer, by the way. Where have you been going? I know. It's a boy, isn't it? No way, it isn't. I've just been going to an acquaintance's house. An acquaintance's house, huh? Oh. And what relationship do you have with this acquaintance, dare I ask? It's a place called Mercia Orphanage. I owe a lot to the matron there, so since I live in the region now, I've been able to go visit more often than I could before. An orphanage? Oh, hold on. That's the place between here and Minoria, right? Ah, phooey. I was hoping it was going to be somewhere a little more scandalous. I should have known with you. What do you mean? Well, your answer's such a good girl answer, spending your days off helping the poor little orphans and all. You're a true model student, aren't you? I'm impressed. Poor little orphans? Don't you dare call them that. What? What right do you have to talk about them like they're objects of pity? And I am not a good girl. Excuse me. I didn't think I'd ever see her like that. I've done it again, haven't I? Me and my big mouth. She's got me all wrong. Not some kind of model student or good girl like she thinks I am. That's not why I'm always going to the orphanage. What's wrong with me? My heart just won't stop pounding. Why am I acting like this? Maybe I should talk to Hans. You in there, Hans? Yeah, that you, Jill? Hold on, I'll open the door. What the heck are you doing here? It's late. Did something happen? Not really. Your face tells me that's a big ol' lie. Come on in. I'm by myself at the moment anyway. Don't try any funny business, okay? As if I would. Now get your butt inside. So, what happened? Something to do with Chloe, right? I can't keep anything from you, can I? Have you ever fought with her before? Not yet, no. She's the type to just apologize before offering her opinion on anything. So we've got nothing to fight about, really. You asking because you have? Yeah. I really hate myself sometimes, Hans. I just can't seem to stop myself from blurting out insensitive stuff even when I don't mean it. She was really angry too. Angry? Chloe? Mate, I can't even imagine that. Wish I could have seen it. Can you be serious, Hans? I am. I'm just not sure how to face her now. So, I don't want to go back to my room tonight. Can I sleep here? Proposal denied. You're sleeping in your own room, and that's final. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure she'll forgive you if you apologize. I don't know. Go back. Alright. Later, Gator. Jill? It wouldn't be the first time she's lost a friend over something like this. I hope it works out for her. Oh, Leo. You're sure back late tonight. I just walked past Jill, too. She was crying. That's because... Stop staring at me with that blank look. It's scarier than shouting at me. Oh, poor Hans. I feel like I can't understand myself at all these days. Please don't stand behind me like that. It's creepy. Someone's in a bad mood. She's not looking too good. I always wished I could have a normal life like everyone else. An ordinary family, ordinary friends. But wishing for those things just doesn't get you them. No matter how hard I try, nothing seems to work out. I just can't seem to make any progress. I get you. You were so frustrated you ended up lashing out against a friend who's kind of on the dense side. That's not what happened at all. I'm not you. I might be annoyed at her, but Jill is still very important to me. But I'm not wrong either. I'm not going there because I pity the children or because I'm a good girl. The children there are wonderful. They don't need pity. I'm going there because I enjoy being there and because it's important to me. I don't need to be made out to be some kind of saint for going somewhere I like. Because I'm not. That's not who I am. I just want it to be family. Why does nothing work out how I want it to? No matter how much I want friends and family, I just can't get them. They're destined to forever be out of my reach. You're spilling all the beans tonight, huh? What about you? Is there anything in the world that you take seriously? Just one thing where you refuse to compromise? You know, you can be pretty scary when you start shouting. I get it. Shouting at you isn't going to solve anything. So, you still don't know why you're mad, right? You're not even listening to me, are you? I just told you why. It's because... well, it's because I'm not going there out of pity. That's not why I'm going there at all. Because it's genuinely important to me, and because... Now we're just going around in circles. Sorry, but this is boring as sin. Where are you going? At least listen to me. I'm trying to have a serious discussion with you. You can't walk away in the middle of it. Listen. All I'm gonna say is, get yourself a clear answer to my question. This seems like a knotted up rope. If you don't untangle the heart of the problem, you're just gonna get more and more wrapped up in yourself. What does that even mean? That's for you to find out. Like the... Charming fellow. Ah, who am I even kidding? He's probably just trying to bully me. No, he's not. Seems like he never takes anything seriously, but in reality he does. You still don't know why you're mad, right? These things are like a knotted up rope. If you don't untangle the heart of the problem, you'll just get more and more wrapped up in yourself. He's right. Why am I so angry about this? What's got me so worked up? Why? Deep down, I knew all along what I was doing. All that time, I'd been pretending not to notice the truth, but I had known since the very beginning. And to avoid facing that fact, I kept desperately clinging on to everything I could, telling myself I was right over and over again. Trying to convince myself it was true. Maybe it was because I was afraid that if I accepted it, I was going to lose everything. That was why my heart was so restless. The next day. I guess this must be the place. Well, it's not like I have anything too daring today. Have to do anything too daring today. All I need to do is scope it out for now. No, I didn't mean any harm by what I said, but that's no excuse. I should never have made fun of the kids here without knowing anything about them. This is why I'm gonna come here, get to know more about the place, and then try to apologize to her. Maybe then she'll forgive me. Huh? Looks like there's no one here. Phew. Wow. This place is actually pretty cute. Well, here comes the hard part. Jill? What are you doing here? What? Princessing here, Chloe. Do you want to come in? Can I come in? Yeah, okay. Wait here for a moment. I'll go make us some tea. Look, I'm sorry, Chloe. What I said was really, really insensitive, and I'm really sorry for ever saying it. Don't worry about it, Jill. When I was younger, I lost both of my parents too. You did? That's why what you said bothered me. In my head, I saw myself in them. I didn't want to think that just because someone was an orphan, they were unfortunate by default. I didn't want to think that alone they meant they were doomed to spend life unable to have the same kind of happiness that others did. Didn't want anyone to say it, or even think it. That wasn't because I was thinking of the children here, it was because I was thinking about myself. I didn't want to be thought of as a poor little girl either. Chloe, please allow me to finish. I wanted to think that I was getting angry on the children's behalf, but now I know I wasn't. All I cared about was myself. I knew that too. And that's why being called a model student or being spoken of like some kind of exemplary human being irritated me so much. I'm such a hypocrite, aren't I? Lashing out at you as if I'm sticking up for other people, when in reality I'm only thinking of myself. I didn't want to admit it, even though I knew deep down I shouldn't have been so annoyed by it, but I was. I really am sorry. No, you're clearly not the one at fault, Chloe. This is on me, and I'm sorry. Why you were angry with me doesn't matter when I said something I never should have said from the get-go. I had no idea of what kind of life you or the kids here had led, and I wasn't trying to imply you were a hypocrite or anything at all. I wanted to apologize to you earlier, I didn't know how, I suppose. Same here. I take back everything I said about the children too. I had no right to be judging them when I'd never even been here or met them. I didn't know the first thing about what I was talking about. Hope you'll forgive me. Forgiveness for everyone. Well then, would you like to meet them? Really? They sleep in bunk beds, huh? Kinda jealous. Achoo. Aw, that's adorable. They really do look cute when they're sleeping. Now I feel even worse for being so mean. I was more in the wrong, Jill. I knew very well that you didn't actually mean any harm with what you said. All my frustrations just built to a point where I took it out on you. Seriously, don't worry about it. Let's call our faults a draw, okay? Just going around in circles, aren't we? Still, in a way, I'm kinda glad this happened. Helped me sort out my own feelings. In fact, I feel more at peace with myself right now than I have in a long time. Because it just hit home how important this place truly is to me. Although, to tell you the truth, all this fighting has tired me out. You too, huh? I barely slept a wink last night. Anyway, you wanna get going? Yeah. It feels kind of weird to finally be able to talk to you openly like this, though. We've been sharing the room all this time, but this is the first time I feel like you've truly opened up to me. Fighting aside, that alone's made me pretty happy. Yeah, I'm happy too. Thanks for coming today, Jill. I'm glad I did. May this be the start of a long and fruitful friendship. Hehe, I hope so. I'm feeling so sleepy all of a sudden. Sunlight does wonders at making you want to drift off. Say, wonder if this is how it feels to grasp what's really important to you. All this time, this orphanage was right here, same as I remembered it. All the time I was stubbornly refusing to come here back. All the time I was wrestling with myself about how I felt. All that time, it was right here, waiting for me to come back. Whether I was being a hypocrite didn't matter. I genuinely love this place. That's the only thing that ever mattered. And now, I know that I'll always feel that way. No matter how many times I lose sight of myself or find myself losing my way, I know that I'll always eventually come back and remember how I feel. This orphanage is just part of who I am. There was also one other important thing that I found myself realizing. I still hadn't thanked him for all he had done for me. Not once. Lecter! Get back here! Ah, you... Chloe? I'm so sorry, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Our pincer attack didn't work all that well. You'll have to do better than that if you want to catch the almighty Lecter. How do you get up there so fast? His agility is amazing. You've got no one to blame but yourselves for letting me get away. So long, suckers. Get back here. Well, we'll see who's a sucker when you're chained to a chair under a mountain of paperwork. After all the times I've chased him around, I know there's got to be more to this than it seems. It's not making it look like he's up there. It's making it look like he isn't. But is that all there is to it? Let's go and have a look anyway. Now, where do we go? I'm all alone with Lucy. This is like a dream come true. Lucy. What is it? Yeah, I just wanted to ask you something. What do you think the most important thing in the world is? It's love, right? If you ask me, it's probably... strength, I suppose. What? Speaking of strength, I feel like smacking Lecter upside the head right now. Well, if you need someone to hit, you can smack me around as much as you like. I'll behave. I've got you now, you sorry excuse for a president. Time to accept your fate. Mickey? What are you doing under there? Let go of me. Wasn't doing anything. What's going on here? Keep telling you, I wasn't doing anything weird. I swear. Then what were you doing down there, huh? Sorry, but crawling under there screams suspicious. That's what I thought too. That's why I crawled in there. I'm not following you. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, I was around the back of the school building when I saw this guy who looked like he rolled their head out of a dumpster walking around. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so sloppy looking in my life. It's scary how I know just from that who he's talking about. Yeah, me too. Honestly, he made me so curious I had to see what he was up to, so I ended up following him. Anyway, he looked around for a while, then he wandered in here into the auditorium. Pretty suspicious, right? When I followed him in here that he noticed me. The second he saw me, he seemed to panic a little before crawling under there. I tried to follow him, but I ended up getting stuck. I was so close too. So in other words, he was toying with you. What? Maybe if you bothered thinking about things other than how to skip class, you wouldn't fall for such obvious tricks. He was deliberately trying to get your attention by acting suspicious as all get out. Like he was trying to set you up. Call it our student council president's specialty. What? That guy is the student council president? You've got to be kidding. He couldn't look any less the part. He's preaching to the choir. Now we go to the clubhouse. There's a rope hanging down outside the window. What's this? You're supposed to climb up using this. I knew I'd find you here. Oh, look who we've got here. Great weather, huh? Perhaps so, but you can't honestly believe I came to talk to you about the weather. If you have enough free time to laze around on the roof, come and do some work. Everyone could use your help, you know. They need me a lot less than you think. And predicting the weather 10 years in the future takes a lot of brain power, you know? I need to concentrate right now. How does he think up these things? Still, going by my experience with him, when he acts like this, he's usually willing to listen to me. Hey, Lecter, I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks? For what? For a lot of things, really. You've done an awful lot to help me ever since I enrolled here. But because you're always trying to act like you aren't or you're running away from me, I've never been able to say thanks for any of it. I feel like I owe it to you. Yeah, I'm lost. I've got no clue what you're talking about. You asked me a long time ago what it was that I came here to do, didn't you? I hated the life I had before enrolling here. I always felt like I was being pushed around by everyone and everything around me instead of really achieving anything for myself. And that was what I hate, and it was that I hated most of all. I felt empty, worthless. And that was part of why I didn't try to answer your question, or even think about it. It was like if I accepted how weak I was inside, I'd never be able to get any stronger. But that's not how I feel now. I'm not empty at all anymore. Thanks to coming here and meeting you all, and all of my friends, I've learned so many new things. I was able to do things for myself too, instead of just relying on others for everything. Yeah? So that's why I wanted to thank you. Nah, I told you before you were too serious, right? You've been thinking about that one offhand thing all this time? I never saw that coming. You're trying to make fun of me again, aren't you? What about you, though? Why did you choose to come here? Me? I had nothing better to do, I guess. Seemed like a good way to kill time. Maybe. Well, as long as you're here, you may as well do some work. Wait. Tomorrow's the Student Council's general meeting, which means you have a lot to do. And you need to do it all by the end of the day. There's a mountain of it just waiting for you to get started on. Hold on for a second. Don't do this, Chloe. I can explain. I'm not gonna listen. Spare me, please. Oh, Lecter. That was the first and last chance I ever had to thank Lecter for all he did for me. The day after that year's Academy Festival, he suddenly registered his intent to withdraw from school, and was never seen there again. He was himself to the very end, though, making a sudden appearance in the Student Council organized play's final scene, ruining it for his amusement. Then, 2 years later, I ended up meeting him once more in a place and way I never would have expected. But that is a story for another time. Alright. We're gonna do one of the star doors, because I've got just enough time to do that. We'll do star door 1. And tomorrow we'll do the last 2 moon doors. I thought I had more time, but I had some stuff to do this morning. Okay, we need Mula and star door 3 is fine. Oh wait, I need Estelle for the next main door.
Do it.
Alright. Star door 1. Bring to me the guardian of the royal family and the blade that serves the imperial house. Only then shall the door open. Yes. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Roughly 2 months after the crisis that struck Libel came to an end. And that concludes my report on all that transpired here 2 months prior. I really cannot thank you enough for your above and beyond efforts, Captain. Bringing an end to the chaos and restoring hope to its people was no easy task. You should truly be proud of yourself. Your Majesty, please. You have done nothing to deserve such praise. I would beg to differ, and it's why I want to thank you on behalf of every one of Lubel's citizens. Not only did you ensure our safety, you went from place to place aiding in the restoration as well. Now you continue to be just as busy serving as the leader of the Royal Guard. You deserve all the thanks you get. I am really proud of you, Captain Schwartz. I am honored, Your Majesty. I believe I'll be able to formally present you with at least one medal for your achievements at a later date too. General Morgan seems to think the promotion is almost assured as well. I look forward to seeing what the future holds in store for you. But Your Majesty, I must object. The only reason this crisis was resolved at all was because of the efforts of countless people, all of whom gave their all for Lubel's sake. My contribution was but a minor part of a much greater whole. I don't feel like it would be appropriate for me to be receiving medals or promotions. Captain, I agree that countless people contributed to achieving the peace that we now have. Everyone who fought, who tried to protect their loved ones, who endured the suffering they faced contributed in some way. But I believe it is clear to everyone that without the Arcel, the crisis would not have seen the conclusion that it did. And the one who commanded the Arcel was you. Be that as it may, medals are one thing, but I couldn't possibly consider accepting a promotion. I feel as though I've barely spent all that much time in my current position, so assuming one with even greater responsibility would be, there's no need to be so modest. In my opinion, you've accomplished much more in your current position than you seem to believe you have. Actually, Captain, I'd like to propose that you take the rest of the day off. How would you feel about that? May I ask why, Your Majesty? I'm not sure I quite understand. As I mentioned, I wanted to show my thanks to you for all you did, and I believe there to be better ways to do that than formal meetings like these. Certainly deserve some rest too, given how exhausting going back and forth between military HQ and the castle practically every day must be. I've been on the receiving requests from members of the Royal Guard saying that they would like for you to take a break as well. I'm terribly sorry you had to listen to such complaints, Your Majesty. It certainly was not my intent that you should be troubled, sir. So who was it? Lux? Leon? Could easily be both, knowing them. I'm used to them telling me as much every time they see me, but I cannot believe they chose to bother Her Majesty with the issue. As such, I would like for you to take the remainder of the day and use it to relax. That way, you can return to your duties tomorrow feeling refreshed and ready to work for the good of this nation and you. Very well. If that is your wish, Your Majesty. I, Captain Julius Schwartz of the Royal Guard, accept your proposal and shall take leave of my duties for the remainder of the day. A promotion. Ordinarily receiving one because of celebration, but for me... Good morning, Captain. Morning, Captain. I hear you've been given the rest of the day off? That's right, yes. I'm amazed you already know that when I was just told myself. Not all that amazing, really. Blaine was trying to make sure everyone knew of a communications network from Leyston. I hear Echo appealed directly to Her Majesty, even. Directly? Can't believe it. It did look like he had something he wanted to say to me from the last time I saw him. What is it with them? Still wish it could have helped with repairing the Arcel too, though. And here the repairs are running a little behind schedule too. Wonder how things are going over there. You needn't worry about the Arcel's repairs. The only reason those three are still there, at least in Fortress, is that they wouldn't take no for an answer and insisted on staying. The repairs are being carried under the Gustav, the maintenance chef from ZCF. They'll be completed properly. Incidentally, do you know if Her Highness has left already? Yes, in fact. Claudia left not that long ago if you're looking for her. She's gone to inspect the royal villa. Were you not aware of this? Your Grace, I was not. I would have very much liked to accompany you over there if I am truthful. I suppose that comes as no surprise. You always have been one to put yourself forward to escort her at every opportunity. I can't say I understand why. Simple escort jobs are well below your current rank. I suppose so. Still, I am sure she's well. She has a number of trustworthy guardsmen with her. Try not to fret over her too much. Of course, you're right. Thank you, Your Grace. And with that, we're leaving. Philip? Yeah, and with that, we're leaving. Philip, there's work to be done.
Just a moment, Your Grace. Please try not to be too downhearted.
What are you doing, Philip? I said there was work to be done.
My apologies.
Looks as though I missed Her Highness yet again. Still, we're both so busy with our duties that it's no wonder this keeps happening. It's incredible how much Duke Dinan's changed. Tell me about it. Apparently he's often seen in the administrative room working genuinely hard lately. He was the one who proposed paying compensation out a while back too. I always thought of him as a good-for-nothing slob. Maybe there's more to him than that. Maybe he's finally shown that he shares Her Majesty's blood after all. You're on duty. Enough idle chatter. My apologies, Captain. As you are seemingly aware, I'll be absent from the castle for the remainder of the day. I expect the two of you to take care of things here in my absence. Yes, ma'am. Take care, ma'am. Being granted a day off is all well and good in theory, but I haven't had one in so long I haven't the faintest idea what to do with it. Should I go shopping? Perhaps do maintenance work on my equipment? Or would I be best just returning to my room and reading a book? Nah. I need to do more than simply rest with my time. I need to use it productively. I know. Wouldn't it be nice to take a light stroll along the scenic route? I haven't done that in ages. It'd be an excellent use of my time, even. Is it really true that Julia has returned to Grancel? Where is she? Where is she? Please, don't push. Everyone, please calm down. What exactly is going on here? Captain, oh no, why'd you have to come out now? It's dangerous here. Please, retreat back inside the castle at once. It's Julia. What? It really is. What the devil is this? Julia! What? Hey, Julia! Don't go! Oh, poor Dan. Two guys holding back that crowd. Captain Schross, we've locked the castle gates for the time being. You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. What just happened? Well, they appear to be some rather ardent fans of yours, Captain. You know, we did have a rather large number of fan letters arrive at the castle this morning. Wonder if that could be related to all of this. Fan letters? Apparently some magazine company put together a special feature on you yesterday. It was full of information on what you were up to on that flying city. Oh, that reminds me. A few people who claim to be from the Liberal News came here while you were away. They said they were putting together a feature to capitalize on your popularity, so they wanted to gather material for it. I think I've heard enough. I can probably fill in the rest myself. Why am I getting this kind of attention? Fan letters, magazine articles. Why am I being treated like someone special? I'm not at all. First Her Majesty praising me more than I deserve, and now this. All I really wanted to do was protect Her Highness. That's all. That's all I wanted to do now too. But the opportunity to actually go with her and escort her rarely seems to present itself anymore. Must I be forced to accept this is how things will be going forward? Thank you for your time today, Archbishop. I will conduct Mass again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Could I ask you to pass that on to Her Majesty? It would be my pleasure. Oh, if it isn't Julia. I wasn't expecting to find you here. Is something the matter? Not at all. And good day to you, Archbishop. It's good to see you again, Julia. I haven't seen you for some time. You had me a little concerned. I'm terribly sorry for worrying you, sir. I would also like to apologize for not attending Mass at all of late. Oh, it's no trouble. I'm well aware of how busy you are. All I ask of you in the busy times you face is this. No matter how busy you may become, you must never lose sight of yourself. What matters to you most is always close at hand. Thank you, Archbishop. I'll take what you have said to heart. Excellent. Now if you'll excuse me, I really should be on my way. Good day, Archbishop. Actually, there is one way I might be able to get out of here. Archbishop Curran, please wait. Sister Ellen.
Everyone, please move a little farther from the castle gates. Please, just a little more. If everyone could please remain calm.
It's Julia! She's coming out! She's coming out! Hmm? Ah, it's just the Archbishop and the sister. Come now, everyone. Move aside and let us pass. Sister Ellen. Looks like your plan ended up working, Julia. Fortunately, yes. I'm sorry for causing you trouble yet again. Not to worry. You have my sympathies even. There seem to be some very fervent admirers back there. Major Vander? What is he doing here? I thought he had already left Libel. This is quite a surprise. I wasn't aware you were also a sister of the church, Captain Schwartz. You can tell? I am, I should be back in Erebonia, but I still have a little cleaning up after that fool to do. So I ended up having to come back here again in the end. I would have liked to take the time to go and greet you, but the chance ultimately never presented itself. Nevertheless, I am pleased we were able to meet again, Captain. Or is it Sister Julia now? Major. It appears to me that there is little point in trying to disguise your identity from this man. Perhaps you needn't bother? Regardless, I have preparations to make for this afternoon's mass, so I should excuse myself. Good day to you both. Archbishop. So that was the famous Archbishop Curran, was it? Perhaps I should have taken the chance to introduce myself properly to him. Major, I should probably explain how I ended up in this situation. You see, I wish I could have stayed a while longer, but I've really got to get going. Wish I could have gotten a closer look at Julia though. I thought this was finally going to be my chance. She's so dreamy. They're still trying to make the way back. They find me here, I'm doomed. Should you like, Captain, I would be happy to help you disguise yourself. Pardon? I can't pretend to be familiar with your situation, but I can see you aren't comfortable with being discovered here. In these situations, your instinct may be to hide, but I believe the best thing to do is the exact opposite. If it works for you, I'd be happy to accompany you somewhere a little safer. No, thank you. Julia. Please do, right away. My pleasure. Never mind. I suppose that was just my imagination. It must have been. Well, this area seems to be empty. Will this be far enough, do you think? It should be. Phew. I can't apologize enough for this, Major. Oh, think nothing of it. I'm used to having to run around without being discovered. Usually because of Olivier's caused some kind of predicament. I can see that. I'm still ashamed of what happened there. I let a simple commotion like that ruin my plans to go outside the city for my day off. I wasn't able to calm the situation at all. I wouldn't have even been able to leave the castle without resorting to a disguise. I'm not sure you have any reason to be blaming yourself here, Captain. I'm afraid I must disagree. As a member of the Royal Guard, I am utterly useless. This isn't the first time that I've felt that way. During the coup d'etat, I was powerless. I should have been able to protect Her Highness, and yet she ended up being captured and placed in danger. The same was true when Grancel was attacked by Ouroboros too. Not only could I not protect Her Majesty from being endangered by them, I wasn't even able to be anywhere near her. I, of all people, should have been right by her side in her hour of need. How dare I learn of what happened only after the fact? I'm not fit to even serve them. I get...
While I can certainly understand your frustrations, they were both safe, were they not? Surely that is what counts above all. Much as we may wish to be, no human is omnipotent. Neither of us are any exception to that.
I understand that, or at least I want to believe that I do. But to make matters worse, I now find out there are magazine articles about me making out to be some kind of great hero. There's even talk about me being promoted. I don't even feel like I've done my job in a way that's worthy of praise. Never mind anything to deserve being given a higher position. No, none of that is what bothers me most. If people want to give me greater praise than I deserve, let them. And receiving a promotion is in itself a cause to be unhappy, more the opposite, on paper at least. But in reality, it will result in me becoming busier because of my new duties, which will result in me ending up even further away from Her Highness than I am now. I'm a little envious of you, to tell the truth, Major. You've always been able to go and escort Prince Oliphant like it's the most natural thing in the world. Maybe you weren't always by his side, but you were when he needed you the most. You did more than escort him too. You were able to help and aid him in ways beyond the call of duty. By comparison, I can't seem to be able to help Her Highness at all. Can't even lend her an ear when she is plagued with worry. When she was agonizing over whether to assume her position as Crown Princess, I couldn't do a single thing for her.
I feel somewhat reluctant to give my opinion here, as I can hardly pretend to be well versed in your situation. But from where I stand, your position seems the more fortunate one.
How so? What exactly do you mean, Major?
I didn't mean to offend you, so I apologize if I did. But protecting that fool is a task that was thrust upon me the moment I was born. Between us, I find myself envious of your natural loyalty to the ones you serve.
The moment you were born? Ah, right. You're a Vander.
And we're a military family who traditionally serves the Imperial family, yes. My luck for anything less than a hectic life ran out the second I was given it, I fear.
That's certainly a great responsibility to be destined to fulfill. Especially when you've chosen to protect Prince Oliphant of all people.
Quite so. Still, my point stands. I do believe that it's a happy, fortunate thing to be able to serve and devote yourself to those you genuinely care for. I may hardly be an expert on the subject, seeing as Her Highness is much less of a handful, but am I wrong?
Nah, I see your point. Perhaps I should see being able to sit and worry about something like this as a luxury. Although, whether someone who isn't able to defend Her Highness can really be called a member of the Royal Guard is another issue entirely.
Captain, if you would like, I would be happy to teach you a good way to clear your head.
Clear my head, you say?
Indeed. Still, I would like you to keep this off the record. This will be a one-round duel. Both arts and items may be used.
So this was what you had in mind. I can't say I feel especially confident about my chances of defeating a warrior of the famed Vander family, but I'll certainly try.
Huh. There's no need to be so modest. Well, Captain, let us begin.
Oh, dang it. Yep, I lost the fight. Yeah. I knew you would be formidable, but not quite like that.
Captain, may I ask something? What did you lose by being defeated? I'm not sure I understand. The easiest way to determine the true worth of something is to imagine how things would be if you were to lose it. When you do that, you start to see things for how they really are beyond simple logic. Imagine you were to vanish from the world, and yet you still possess the ability to think. Would there be anything left lingering on your mind? Anything that worried you? Something that you wished you could do? If so, that is what you should do most. Those are excellent questions, Major. Your Highness, I think I finally know what to do. I cannot thank you enough. Thanks to you, I can finally see the path I ought to take. I'll be sure to take all you've taught me today to heart. Just don't assume that I thought any of what I've said or done today myself. I often would cross swords with my uncle to clear away frustrations from having to deal with my own insufferable charge. Well, it's probably about time I thought about returning to Eremonia. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm feeling a hint of concern for his well-being. Yeah, only a hint? Please, give my regards to the prince when you see him then. I shall. And give mine to Princess Claudia as well. It was at that moment I made a decision in my heart. I would do all I could to support Her Highness, this nation's future queen. But to that end, I also resolved to accept whatever promotions I received. No doubt the further I moved up the ranks, the more my chances to actually meet with her would decrease. But even if we can't meet in person, even if I have to do it from afar, I want to be able to support her. Perhaps this decision is a selfish one, but I do hope you can forgive me for making it, Your Highness. I feel somewhat reluctant to disturb Her Majesty while she's busy working, but... Is that you, Julia? Scree! Your Highness! Sieg! How come you're back here already? Did you think I was still over at the villa? I expected to be too, but there weren't many people there today, so I was able to leave earlier than expected. Ah, I see. I'm just as surprised to see you here, actually. But you'd been given a day off today. Oh, you knew? Indeed I had. I ended up running into a friend I don't have many opportunities to spend time with. The time we spent together simply flew by. I owe my deepest thanks to Her Majesty for giving me the opportunity. I'm happy to hear that. And Julia, I realize this may feel a little out of nowhere, but I wanted to thank you for always supporting me. Goodness, it is out of nowhere, but it's something I should have done ages ago. And I can't believe it's taken me this long to state the obvious. Everything my parents would otherwise have taught me, you ended up doing in their place. How to fight, how to act, how to think. It's like I'm only now starting to realize just how much of what makes me myself are things I learned from you. I feel like I've grown up always seeing you as a role model. I remember grandmother laughing at me at one point about how similar I am to you too. Even in the little things like how I walk and move, she says I'm just like you. Julia? Is something the matter? No. All this time I really have been right by her side. I spent all this time worrying because I couldn't see her by night. But as far as she was concerned, I was always there. I truly am beyond help. Chloe, may I say something? I don't believe I'll be able to wait upon you as I always have any longer. But even now, I wish to do all I can to protect and support you. I wish to continue being your retainer, your friend, and your sister as well. So please, try not to overexert yourself during my absence. And even if I'm not able to be near you all the time, I still want you to know that you can always call upon me if you need me. Yeah, of course I will. Although I can't promise I won't find myself unintentionally taking advantage of your kindness when I do. I'm always happy to have you depend on. And I'll always be glad you feel that way. That afternoon, they were able to enjoy a few relaxing cups of tea together. Despite her initial resistance, Julia's day off proved to be much more enjoyable than she had expected. And it seemed inevitable that the fragrance of the tea she drank that day would remain in her memories forever. Yay! Julia's day off finished. Excellent. Go back to the base area. Okay, we need Joshua, Chloe, and then the next one is Zen.
All right.
Go to Moondorf 4. Alright, I have to call it. And now, only 2 doors, not much progress. Hopefully tomorrow I'll see more progress. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Hope you all enjoyed those 2 little side stories. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 doors to go. If I am lucky, should get both moon doors done tomorrow. Then get as many of the star doors done, and then we can begin preparing for the end of the game. So I think the latest I'll be able to finish this one is Thursday. But yeah, catch the you can catch the VODs over on YouTube later on. And I also have a Discord server. People are welcome to join in and chat and hang out and shit. I've got a schedule here where we do the talkings. And just hang out, do stuff. Yeah, other than that, I'm going to head off. Let's see, anybody up? Get some people. But yeah, no raid. Yeah. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you later for tonight's game is Death Knights of Krynn. Bye bye.